This is Rimsha Farhan and welcome back to my Top Sales Vision. In a world where marketing strategies, leadership, and innovation hold the key to progress, she stands as a prominent figure driving women empowerment and networking to another level. Yes, she is the CEO of international PR and marketing company Impact Women's Media since years, where she created significant impact by organizing events, networking sessions, award shows, and workshops that made live business across the region of UAE. Besides, she brought her brainchild, Style Famina magazine, into the limelight, which gained substantial traction. There she showcased the stories of aspiring women leaders and talented entrepreneurs in the best way possible. In this episode, I feel honored to invite Nosheen Mukhtar on my show, and there we were going to talk about lots of issues and happy Women's Day to all of you. So I feel real pleasure and my honor is to have her on this International Women's Day on my show. So by not wasting a single minute, let's invite her. Please. Hi Nosheen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm lovely. Being a renowned person and a social activist and as an award-winning entrepreneur, if you look back, what enforced you to do all this effort and struggles in this field? It would be very tough for you.
Okay, you asked too many things in a single question. Thank you. But I will go step by step. When you said that being a very renowned person, I'm not sure that was the purpose. My purpose was not to build a name. The purpose has always been to help people, to help as many people as I can while I live my life. So this has been the driving force that has been motivating, pushing me forward, and making me do things that many people think are perhaps struggles, are perhaps challenges. Secondly, becoming an entrepreneur was my dream. So even when I was little, let me say 18 years old and then 20 years old, I was trying to convince my father that I want to do something of my own. So when I was 16, I was convincing him I wanted to be an artist. He did not like it. When I was 18, I was telling him I want to do my business. He was laughing. When I was 20, I was telling him, okay, make me a manager in my uncle's factory. And he smiled and said, this is not what girls do. So becoming someone independent, both financially, emotionally, and let me add, mentally as well, with a mindset. I always wanted to be on my own. I was ambitious through and through. I remember myself doing very lofty, ambitious things when I was younger. Till date, I'm still the same. So this has been behind all of that. When you say award-winning person, then again, winning awards was never the goal. It just came along the way. I'm happy I was endorsed. I'm much honored that so many different entities and companies and individuals found my work appreciable and they expressed it. And yeah, lucky.
But I always feel that whenever we talk to a person who has achieved so much, so when we ask them and we call them for interviews, so they always felt very humble, very down to earth. So is there anything that make you feel okay? I have done my work, and I have accomplished so many things. I have achieved so many targets. So is that kind of feeling you get?
There is food for soul and there is food for body. I hope you understand that. All of us understand that. When we need food for body, we try, many of us take 2 meals, many of us take 3 meals a day. We never say, okay, we are done. We continue doing that throughout our life. When it comes to food for soul, you cannot serve people once and say, I'm done. Let's not do it anymore. You continue doing this for as long as you live.
Ongoing process.
So I'm sure all the other people as well who've been on your podcast and have been talking with you are people who are working to feed their souls, so they will never be done. It will be an ongoing process and a journey, and they will continue on it.
Wow, amazing. So what do you think that, of course, when you have started working and you've started, entering in a new field, what do you feel that is a woman when she starts doing something? Do they feel a barrier or a pressure throughout their journey, and do you feel the same?
I have to answer it from the perspective of gender difference.
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
You can pour your
All right.
thoughts on that.
So, every woman, when she transitions and she changes her career, she feels the barriers. So, the barriers could be of three, let's say, different levels. The first one is skill based, her own exposure, her own skills, her own understanding to what is expected of her in a new field makes a big difference. So when I transitioned, I had knowledge as an author, as an artist, but I did not know how to run a business. That was my very first time, and that was 2011 and 12. And I had no idea how to manage employees, and I had no idea how to hire people. So the very first calls I made to hire someone and interview them was all by myself, and I sounded so childish. I was, I think, 30 somewhere, and it was so childish. I felt embarrassed of myself, but the very first person I hired worked with us for 2 years, and then later on, um, after a few years, she joined us again as a freelancer because she was doing her PhD from the US. So she worked with us as a distant person for some time. So this was one thing, and then second barrier is people's expectation of you, and that remains with you always. In this part, your communication skills, your self-confidence, your exposure to different kinds of people matters a lot. Because if you know what people are thinking and how you can channelize their expectations, you're definitely going to make it. But if you do not know and you're unable to understand, unable to assess their thoughts and their expectations of you, it's going to be a challenge and it's going to remain there. So this is also something that happens to a woman entrepreneur, or even a man who's in business through and through, because you keep meeting people and it never stops.
Networking was, I think, a key
It's a key.
to slid among the.
And then if you're running a business, your own companies, definitely different kinds of clients are going to come. If you're in Dubai, in the UAE, it's going to be multinational. So people who have different levels of exposures, with different nationalities, different mindset, different education, different expectations are definitely going to come.
As an expat in UAE, you need to meet diversity in when you are communicating with different people, because there are a language barrier as well, there are origin barrier as well,
Yes.
and so many differences you might have felt, but you have done it. So one more, our basic family, our immediate family, their support throughout your journey, I think in everyone's career matters a lot. So do you feel you get their 100% support, or sometimes you feel that there's a lacking of moral support?
I had a very different life, to be honest, Rimsha. When it comes to family, I'm not sure how to answer that. I lost my father in 2010, so that was a big gap. Since I was very independent, majority of the people in my family felt that I was very difficult. So
I think talented people are always judged.
yes,
In so many
so
ways.
I was very heavily judged. I'd say that yes, my mother supported me a lot. She has always been by my side. If I ever had an investor in my first company that I launched in Pakistan in 2013, she was an investor. She had some shares in the company. So she has been with me through and through. Every time I got very tired, every time I felt like what nonsense this is, she was there to tell me if I give up, she's not going to talk to me.
Oh wow, that's a biggest driving force maybe.
So she's been a very good source of strength, someone I can always talk to. So I built this morning routine since last few years. The very first thing I do when I wake up is, of course, the breakfast, and then I get on a call with my mom.
Oh, it's a secret recipe, or.
So we discuss.
Bringing luck.
Yes. So my mother is a housewife. She has always been a housewife. We cannot say that she's been in any kind of business at all, but she has the wisdom and she has the love that I need.
That's
So she's a driving force. So yes, family helped to an extent, definitely.
You belong to Pakistan?
Yes, I do.
Which region?
I'm from Lahore.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
So it's a conversation between a Lahori and a Pakistan. Oh, Karachi.
So you're from Karachi.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I've been to Karachi only once in my life, and it's a beautiful city.
We can talk about the biryani and pulao issue.
No, not at
It's
all.
a great debate among them. Okay. I all know that this is International Women's Day, and we are, talking about women's journey and their struggle. So I want to ask that. Do you believe that how women can be a catalyst in bringing significant changes in a society?
Women are everything, right? 50% of the population. They are taking care of raising the children, the youth of the future, the people who are going to make possibilities happen. So it's the women who do everything, right? So as moms, we have the greater responsibility of raising our children in a very positive way. We help them foster the right kind of mindset, the growth mindset from the beginning. We encourage them to aim higher. We encourage them to think beyond the box. We encourage them to do things differently, to take up challenges, to grow the right way, so that they make a better nation. So it's the women who make change possible. And at the same time, when I see so many women in the present times following their passion, they're launching their own businesses, they have financial independence, they're emotionally much more stronger than women a couple of decades back were. I strongly believe that yes, we are looking towards a greater future. So yes, when they try, they work their best side by side with men, they make things possible, they follow their own passions. When they're working harder, when they're making more achievements possible, they're definitely bringing change.
You can name anyone, but who inspires you a lot? In man and women, you can name any person. Means there always be a person, no? When you are struggling, when you are, of course, and you are in the media business as well. You are organizing award shows. You must be meeting lots of influential ladies. But when we are alone in a room, when we are looking in the mirror, so there must be some person, there must be some role model or any influential personality, which you are looking for. Okay, this is the one. Someday I will be, just like her. I will be just like, him.
I'll be just like myself.
Oh, that's great. So you are like my favorite two type.
No, that's not really true. But yes, I'll be myself. I'll retain my individuality. I would never want to be like somebody else. My greatest source of inspiration is my father. He's the pillar of strength. I have always looked up to him when I was a child. So all my gumption, the grit, the ambition, the willingness to take up challenges, the steadfastness, the stubbornness, everything has come from him. He taught me never to give up. He taught me to continue doing what I love to do. He taught me to aim higher. So he's been a great inspiration for me. Apart from that, I have also been inspired by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. He has been a great source of inspiration for me. I have learned to be myself, to be more courageous, to look at new things and to adopt them quickly through what he does.
Wow, remarkable, and no doubt, he's a person of visionary thoughts. He's a person of who is a capability of being a leader.
So he inspires me to cultivate leadership skills. I study him as my book.
Oh,
Honestly,
that's
so
great.
I am always checking up on the latest decisions made, the latest developments made, because that teaches me how to adapt, how to change and transform with time, to ensure that whatever I'm doing is making more positivity possible, not just in my life, but in the life of everybody who is around me.
Coming to the mindset, coming to the capabilities, and where anyone is struggling in their career. So, what do you think that how a mindset help our people in changing their lives, in achieving their goals?
Mindset is everything, Rimsha, because we live most of our life in the mind. I know that body is also there, spirit is also there. Remove the brain, remove the mind. What is left?
Nothing.
Right? What you think, what you tell yourself, what you tell others, what you believe, what you feel, what you receive, what you're open to receive. All of that. Your mind game is the actual game. So if you do not have the right kind of mindset, if you do not have the growth mindset also, you are not going to make it. So a lot of people in life who are thinking that they're not successful enough, they're not making it, things are not working for them. The problem might be, let's say, 20% external, 80% is in the mind. Once you start telling yourself the exact opposite, yes, it is working, I'm making it, I'm going to make it, I'm 100% sure I'm going to be successful, I'm capable of it, I'm worth it, I care for myself, I care for my values, I care for my purpose, I care for my mission, everything changes, you win.
It's all matters how you talk to yourself.
Exactly. I'd recommend everybody to foster the growth mindset. If this is not okay, you're not going anywhere.
So, you mean to say it all matters how you talk to yourself, how you address things to just yourself.
Yes, very true. You must have heard many times that you have to begin your day with positive affirmations. Why is that? It's because when you are telling yourself that you have abundance, you have love, you have happiness coming your way, and you are open to receive it, you're actually manifesting that. You're actually visualizing it. You're actually building your faith towards it that yes, you're going to receive it. And that is exactly what happens.
I have a very strong belief in manifestation, and I personally believe that this always works. Do you believe it as well?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Because when we create a setup before, for example, before coming to here, I had to come and I had to look up to the set. How you're going to talk to the people. I think that matters a lot. Is it this?
I do the same, always. So, no matter how big or small the project is, I work on a common manifestation exercise with my team as well. So, we sit together, we talk about things, we map it out, we reflect on what we are anticipating, we reflect on our expectations, we consciously set goals and build expectations, and then we move forward. So, even before beginning a year, we know the entire year how it would be and what plans we have in the bag for the whole year. So we make ourselves ready.
That's I think a key to success. Maybe.
Yes.
What is success means to you?
It's very simple. Success is how many hearts you live in. That's it.
Okay, that's it. No money, no fame, no gain.
That's byproduct.
Okay, means that's like you are carrying with in your life, but it's not that you have to rely.
People will not respect you
Amazing.
for your
One-liner. End of the question. That's amazing.
people will not respect you for your money. They will nobody cares what cars you have and what clothes you have and how many buildings you own. No. People will care for what you bring to them.
Because it's always when I am communicating with someone, it's always bit by bit learning. I always wanted to get. So today the learning of this day is success is living in people's hearts, and I also do believe in it. Whenever I am going by, so I prefer people relationships. that these things always should stick on their places. This should not be replaced. So as we are leading towards the end of this conversation, and I must say that conversation was amazing, fruitful, and if how many ladies and women on this International Women's Day is going to watch it, they are going to learn it. I think it's my pleasure that from UAE, this visionary person is all the way coming to us and share her thoughts. So the last question, which is basically the fruit of this conversation, as I know you have already talked and taught us so much, but what is that message you wanted to give to all the women? So what is that one message you want to address?
It's very common for a woman to think that she's not enough. But somewhere, maybe here, something is missing. So, my message to the women is you're complete and you're enough. Believe it.
Wow, that's great. Thank you so much, Nosheen, for coming to me, for giving your time. Of course, your time is very much important, and it's my pleasure, it's my honor that the first time we had, record this, or especially on this Women's Day, which always been very special in my little journey. So thank you so much, and keep meeting, keep seeing you, and bye bye. Happy Wednesday to all of you.
Thank you.